Today, we're going to talk about how your thoughts are creating your reality and how to be more aware of what you are believing to be true and what you are placing your thoughts on, your state of consciousness, your thought process, the way that your subconscious mind runs your mind and body. And when you are living as the person that needs to manipulate, needs to control the outer world to get your way, what you're going to continue to attract into your life is that there is still an issue there. Things aren't fair and that there's still more work to be done. But how you can completely do a 180 on that is when you turn things around on what the outer world would do to you by changing the inner world. And what happens is when you change the thought process to being a success, being someone who already has what they want, being the person that naturally attracts everything that you envision that would make your life feel good, everything that would actually suit you and would push you into a direction that you want to live your life in. It completely transforms your life. But what we don't get right and what we're normally getting wrong here is that we need to see it immediately, and the senses are not experiencing it. So what that does, it keeps putting us back in the lack of these things. But when you live with the feeling and the love and the acceptance that the way I'm living my life right now is good, who I am here and now is good, what I'm trying to attract into my life, I am worthy of. Well, the problem is our brains are wired to assume that there's something wrong with us and that we need certain things and people to treat us in certain ways for us to feel enough, for us to feel worthy. But what happens is when you go into the subconscious mind, which is creating all of your belief systems and the stories that you currently think right now, everything that you went through this current week, everything that you went through this weekend leading up to you finding this video today, it's all part of the subconscious. When you go into morning work or evening work here, doing some meditations, and you start to connect with that version of yourself that's already there, you start to rewire the synaptic patterns in your brain. And what I talk about when I'm saying rewire your brain, this is rewiring yourself for success. This is you knowing you can achieve whatever you put your mind on. And when you assume these things to be true, you come to the realization that there's no more work to be done other than persisting in the feeling of already having it, persisting in living from the end, not trying to manipulate the outer world for us to feel good. And when you know that manipulation, the controlling, the needing things to go our way for us to be all right, or we're going to be cranky, or we're going to be angry, or we're going to be judgmental, you learn to look at that as the conscious observer of your program. And then you become the conscious observer that observes everyone else in the outer world. And if they decide to treat you poorly or with disrespect, you no longer take that stuff personally. That is what I struggled with a lot throughout my life. Is things are going good. Things are going good. And my life is going great. I'm achieving success. Lots of great relationships with people. And then you run into this one person and you get this ghosting behavior, or you get this making me feel not good enough because of the way she was treating me. And then I allowed myself to base an identity on that poor treatment. Have you guys ever been there? I'm not the only one. I know I'm not the only one. This is something that we go through as human beings living life, that we feel like we're not enough until we get a certain result, validation from, well, I'm a guy, from this hot woman, or validation from an employer, or actually making that money you envision. When you start to feel, think, and act as the person that has all these things, you walk throughout your day as the person with those things. So let's say you feel like you're someone that's not capable of attracting that hot girl at the gym. Let's say gym, for example. I'm wearing my Platinum Fitness hoodie here, the gym I work at. So you're in the gym, you see this hot girl with a hot body. uh, I'm not good enough for her. So here's the way that your story gets reflected back to you in accordance to what your subconscious mind makes your body act, your body language, just who you're being, your attitude is going to be walking around that girl like a nervous wreck. Like, she's going to make you feel like, you know, I'm not the type of guy that gets that kind of girl, right? That's a story. It's a story, guys. You don't have to stay living like that. It don't matter what your physical body is. If you feel like you're a gamer, you're good enough, and you rewire that brain, right? You change your mindset. Like, you guys know, I'm a mindset coach. This is a mindset personal development channel. When you're someone that's a gamer, you walk around that gym like you don't need that woman's approval, but you don't need to treat her mean or with a bad attitude to get her attention. Look at her, smile if she looks at you. But just be comfortable within your own energy. Do what is going to contribute to your happiness and you having an awesome workout in the gym. Don't focus on what she feels about you. And when you have your energy on yourself, when you're walking around that gym like you're a gamer, you're capable of having her on a date, capable of having that one on a date, capable of having respect from the gym owner. Those things are what are reflected back to you. But if that girl that looks that way, if the story is, geez, she's going to treat me poorly, I can't give her any eye contact because of the fear of that hot girl from high school or from your workplace or from kindergarten. These programs come from when we were young and growing up and what we were taught by our parents. The do's and don'ts, the likes and dislikes, they all create your temperament and just what you base living a good life on, whether it's good or not, right? And then when we try to achieve something and they give us a result we don't want, then we go into our own minds and be like, I let my guard down again and she made me feel like that again. Well, you know what? It's not her that made yourself feel like that. It's you. It's not just you. It's so many other guys, so many other women, ladies, you too. Guys do that to you too. It's because of your energy. But when you go to work on yourself, think of yourself as a beautiful woman that already has everything you want, already feels in abundant love, acceptance. You have it all right here and now in this present moment. All there is the greatness that you are right now as you watch this video. And when you start to empower yourself the same way I am empowering you, giving you the tools to act on, when you walk throughout your day as that person, you are rewiring what you assume to be true. You are rewiring the subconscious that used to act in negative patterns according to the past. And when you transcend that, you learn to let it go. And letting go is surrendering to God, the greater good, whatever you believe in. Your higher self, you become the highest version of yourself. The best version of you does not dwell on these small little things like that cute person at the gym not validating you by giving you attention. And really, when you're in your own energy and you know you're a handsome or beautiful woman, handsome man, when you know that to be true, that person's respect or disrespect won't matter. It won't matter. And what will happen is they're going to feel that you don't care. And this is not caring in a mean way to deceive other people. This is a not caring because our energy is focused on our heart center. And what you focus your energy on is what becomes true. And when you focus on love between your mind and your heart, there is a brain and heart coherence. And when you meditate like that in the morning, you start to learn how it feels like to be accepted, to be loved, because you give that to yourself. And when you give that to yourself and you feel it to be true in the outer world, when you go out in public, that you just look like you're a confident individual in your own energy that doesn't need a single thing from other people. And what are people drawn to? People who are comfortable in their own energy and confident. Think of if there's a guy you want because he seems to be like he's on another level. Sometimes women like guys that are narcissistic. It's because there's some trauma from your past you need to fix. You're attracting guys into your life to treat you like you're not good enough. And same thing happens to guys who are not healed, who have not leveled up, who are not gamers. Like I'm teaching my clients and my subs on the channel to become gamers, characters. We become characters that are not based on how other people view us. And when you start to take on this type of energy, you will walk throughout your day like you have it all. And it's not egotistical because we don't have to answer to anyone. We don't have to prove anything to anyone. You have to prove to yourself that through my work, through all of the things that you choose to take in the form of videos, books, podcasts, everything, it's all going to influence the way you think. So start to focus yourself on good things. Start to trust in the universe. If you want to believe in God, allow God to send you that energy and be one with Him, your Father. And when you believe that to be true, your state of consciousness and what you desire to have in your life, everything will come to life for you. It will. And you need to continue to persist in it if you're not currently experiencing it lately in your life this week or this month or this past year. Just keep going with it. Keep being good with your own energy. And when you're not looking for the perfect partner, they're going to present themselves in your life. And honestly, you don't want to attract them before you have all that past stuff in your subconscious patterns. You want to have a better control over them. Control in a good way. That means like letting go of the resistance of needing to control every situation in your life and just being neutral. Not caring, being good either way. Like going back to earlier at the gym, great. If she looks at me and smiles and wants to have a talk with me, awesome. She wants to pretend like I don't exist and go to lift weights in the corner beside me and not look at me, awesome. You're doing me a favor. I can focus on my own gains and get into muscle. But honestly, I love everyone I work out around at my gym. I'm not saying I'm better than other people. I'm not saying I'm better than anyone I'm speaking to through this video. I am one with everyone. I am one with God. I am one with my story I'm here to deliver. And I thank you very much for watching today's story. And make sure to subscribe for more because there's lots more coming. See you on the next video.